The rumors are true. I got zeroed by 2489 in Kingsland. Let's talk about it. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms gameplay episode from your very own Shappy Gaming. And today is a little bit of a different video. I gotta be honest, it's a little bit of a different video. So, as you guys heard from the intro, I got zeroed by 2489 in Kingsland. And there were a lot of reactions to this in real time. I gotta be honest, I was really surprised. The first one was, noob went offline in Kingsland. No. Obviously, I'm recording. Noob did not go offline in Kingsland. Second question was, is Shappy quitting Rise of Kingdoms? Which, totally reasonable question, but no, I'm not quitting Rise of Kingdoms. And then the last one, which of course everyone was saying, is it's just a content creator looking for content and attention, which also is not true. So what really happened here? And you guys are watching me get zeroed in real time right now. Just so you know, I was recording while this was happening, and you can see my hospital's full at this point. It's all downhill from here. So what really happened here? Well, let's go back in time for a sec and pause this. That's a great thumbnail. Kingsland was over. Kingsland was established as being over, and at the end of Kingsland, I only had around 26 million kills, just about. And I had also only taken 500k deaths. And the zone was lost not because we were out of troops, right? I don't think that 875 or us were really out of troops, but our allies had gotten pushed out. Watercamp was pushed out of Kingsland, and so we're not going to fight 1365 and 2489 alone. That just doesn't make sense. So the zone was called. I definitely didn't hit my KVK minimums. I think I was pretty close. Relative to everyone else in the kingdom, I was ranked 50-something, which is fine. But I wasn't happy with that. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go look for some kills. And so I was going around. The night before, I had baited a couple rallies. I could show some footage right here of that happening. I actually took and tanked 2 different archer rallies, which I felt pretty good about. And so I TP'd into Kingsland and was like, okay, you know what? I'm out of res, right? Look at the resources that I have right here. I was out of resources. And now for the real reason. I'm migrating. I'm absolutely 100% migrating from 3265. And I actually made this decision way early on. I knew I was going to be migrating as soon as we got the teams established for this KVK. I've lost 3 KVKs straight in 3265. I was not staying after another loss. It just didn't make sense for me. It didn't make sense for my account. And I knew that I had a big problem. Because if we hide this, I only have 20 passports. And that's a problem. Because to migrate, even at the current power that I'm at, right? You see I'm at 57 million power up there. To migrate is 30 passports. And you say, okay, well, Shappy, just go buy some more passports. Well, I only have about 7.5 million credits here. And I've already sold most of the things I want to. There are a couple of things I could probably sell some of these things, but not enough that it's going to make a difference in how many passports I can afford. Right? And I'll put the passport cost right above me as well, so you could see exactly what that looks like. And I was not going to be able to migrate at 70-something million power. It just was not going to happen. And the other thing is, we are an S plus KVK. So in theory, I get 60% of my troops back. So for me, I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to migrate. I'm out of resources. I need to get some more kills. I really have nothing to lose at this point because I know I'm leaving. There's no more kills to be had in this KVK. Let's screw around, right? Nothing to lose. Now, I didn't plan on getting zeroed. I'll just be honest there. Did not plan on getting zeroed. It just kind of happened. But I was okay with it. And so I realized what I needed to start doing as I was fighting here was fill my hospital, because I needed to figure out exactly how many troops I had to kill off to be able to migrate at a lower cost. So getting zeroed, not really what I was trying to do, but it worked, right? The fact that I did get zeroed was totally fine, at least by me. And the reason for that is because what I really wanted to do, and you can even see I'm doing it at the beginning here, I was random TPing around Kingsland because I was looking for farms to swarm. I'll be 100% completely honest. But you can see here, and if you look at the Bai Chi, I'm actually sending him out because I want those T5 in my hospital. My original plan was actually just to pick some fights with people and fill my hospital with T5, because that will cut my power as much as it possibly can. And we have huge hospitals right now, 810K troops. That's over 8 million power that I could just hide in the hospital and cut. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to fill my hospital with T5, and then I'll start taking deads. Once I got in prison, things changed a little bit, but for the most part, my plan went kind of according to the way I was hoping it would. And maybe you guys are like, Shappy, you shouldn't have tried to get swarmed to begin with, right? You shouldn't have tried to get zeroed. Like, I wasn't really trying to get zeroed. It wasn't unintentional. Like, I knew what I was doing by putting myself in that position by random TPing around. But like, props to 489. This was the fastest in prison I've ever seen in my life. Like, I was out, I swarmed a city, I got the kills from there, and then immediately I got imprisoned. And I was like, okay, well, I guess this is what it is. I was off territory. I couldn't teleport. You can see I was trying to be quick here with the healing. I was like, oh, what I really want to do here is, again, fill my hospital with T5 and let them kill everything else. But don't make the same mistake I did here. Because I was so low on resources, I actually ended up playing myself because I could not quick heal in between the swarms. And that was what I had really wanted to do. So like, did it go 100% according to plan? Not really, but I'll actually show you guys where my hospital ended up. And honestly, it couldn't have gone much better if I did plan it out. And even there, you can see kind of how things shook out. I had buffs, I had Xeno, I had equipment on my Xeno. So it wasn't that bad. And so I knew I was going to be migrating. And I needed to fill my hospital, and I needed to kill off troops no matter what. So this works out for me, right? I wasn't looking for content, but honestly, this is far more entertaining than if I had turned around and was like, oh, I'm just going to, run my troops into someone's city. And the trades were atrocious. The trades were completely atrocious. You could see someone's like, don't make me swarm you. Ironically, they did swarm me. So yeah, this was me getting zeroed. I wasn't planning on having it go this way, but it did. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So you can see at the end, I'm like, whoops, people asking for reports. See, people are saying it was for content. It was not for content, but here you go. So there's my final power. And I was still in prison for another 4 minutes. So even if I didn't want to get zeroed, like, I kind of was stuck either way. So how did this actually shake out? Did it go according to plan? Did it not go according to plan? I know maybe I wasn't necessarily planning on doing it this way, but it worked out, guys. It worked out like pretty well. So you guys can see my hospital right here. And you can see that I have 775K in here. I really will probably train some more troops before I leave. My biggest problem is actually that I'm out of resources. I had drained most of my farms before I was fighting, and I was in Kingsland. And so in a perfect world, I would have saved some more resources so I could afford this heal. That said, I will be able to afford the heal. I'm not too worried about it. I have 20 days in this kingdom. But more or less, I ended up with this working out exactly the way I wanted it to, right? Even if you take the T4 out of this, that's like 70K. I have 700K T5 in here. So that's about 7 million power that I'm going to get back. So that puts me around 65 million power. And then, in theory, and we'll see if this actually works because there are different rules around when you get troops back. My plan is to migrate after KVK ends, but before Lost Kingdom closes. So I still have my Crystal Tech. I still have some of my buffs. But I have not necessarily lost out on all the KVK rewards. That's my goal. I'm also going to get a lot of these resources back, and I hope that I end up getting them back in the New Kingdom. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if that's actually the case, but I'm going to be getting a lot of troops back. I'm getting 1.6 million troops, which is going to set me up with another, I don't know, 1.6 million troops. Most of these are T4, but it's going to set me up so I really probably have like close to 3 million troops in the New Kingdom. And my migration cost is going to be 30 passports, which is all I can afford anyways. So honestly, it kind of worked. And so should you do this? Probably not. I don't know that I'd say you should do this. But in my instance, it worked out. I was able to cut the power I wanted to. Now I have a clear idea of exactly how many troops I can train. We do have Alliance mobilization coming up. My goal is to try and get around 200k archers, just so I can do a little bit of chaining, so I can join some rallies, things like that over the course of the next 20 days. But I only have 5k space in my hospital, so I have to be a little careful. I'm not going to be fighting anyone. I'm really just trying to push honor, get some decent rewards. And now for the big reveal. Shappy, where the heck are you going? Well, I know you all want to know. I am going to Kingdom 2098. I've been in talks with these guys for a long time. They are really, really awesome. I'm super excited to be joining them. It is hopefully a new beginning for me where I can start winning some KVKs and I can get some good combat. And I just want to say thank you to everyone in this KVK, 1365, 2489. You guys are amazing. I have a separate video coming out tomorrow breaking down the whole KVK. And also thank you, 3265. The time there has been spectacular. And I'm really, really sorry to see this kingdom disband. I know that it's just has to happen because the way leadership shook out, all of that, but I will miss all of you guys, and it's been an adventure. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like on this video, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right over there, bottom right-hand corner, and hit the bell so you get notified when new episodes come out. Thank you all. Shappy out.